Today's lesson is taken from the Pseudo-Evangelion of St. John the Simons, a text recently discovered in the dank, musty corner of the DIO attic, tucked into a copy of the complete works of Bishop John Shelby Strong. Dr. Ian Henderson and his team of top New Testament scholars at Berks subjected the text to the most rigorous techniques of modern textual, literary, redactional, and source criticism, and concluded that the text is a compilation based on 3 earlier and even more obscure texts. The Apocalypse of Dio, a tribute to Yevgenia of Kiev and Rus, labeled Source Y, the Acts of Jesse, a tribute to Tatiana of Columbia Britannica, labeled Source T, and the Wisdom of Jesse, a tribute to Noah of Atlantis, apparently a Gnostic text, labeled Source J. Here beginneth the lesson. The beginning of the good news about Jesse, the savior of the college, as foretold by the prophets. Now, in the first year of the reign of Mary, a mere year after the departure of John the Simons from Dio, Donald of the Greenwood did also depart. Once again, captive Dio did mourn in lonely exile, awaiting the coming of a new principal. And at the departure of Donald of the Greenwood, there was much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Jennifer of Burke said,
"No, for the students fear Patricia as they fear God. And some may not even be able to distinguish one from another. It would only lead to confusion."
And another said, "What of Torrance? I will bring 2 bottles of claret." But the other said, No, for though the students will acquire a love of learning, they might also acquire a love of claret. And most churches of this diocese can ill afford curates with such extravagant tastes. And so the governors did pray for a new principal. And the word of the Board of Governors came to Karen the Egan.
Prepare the way for the new principal. Make straight the chairs. Make clean the fridge. And for God's sake, make strong the water pressure in the second floor.
Now, Karen wore a camel hair cardigan and subsisted on toast and peanut butter. And all of the students went out to her, confessing their negligence in attending the daily offices and their unending procrastination of assignments. And Karen did proclaim,
For after me comes one who is taller than I, and whose excessive optimism is totally beyond my comprehension. I am not worthy, and nay, even not able, to reach up and button his dog collar. I equipped you with hard-nosed realism and healthy cynicism. He will inspire you with lofty ideals, enthusiasm, and vision.
and indeed it was that Jesse, father of Aidan, heard the call.
My heart is heavy for Dio, for they are without a principle.
It was exactly
Their corporate image is not unified. They have unique images. They have neither Pantone color nor standardized fonts. They are like lost sheep in need of a shepherd.
And it came to pass that Jesse came from Cambridge in Britannia and was baptized by Karen the Egan in the invigorating waters of the Lachine Canal. And straightway, coming out of the water, Jesse saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit descended upon him like a winged ox. And at once the Spirit sent him out into the wilderness of Dio. He spent 40 days alone in the Dio wasteland, being tempted by Satan to run away and find a better job elsewhere. He fasted for 40 days, not as a spiritual discipline, but because in the Dio fridge there was nothing to be found. But some rotting leftovers from the previous semester, several half-drunk bottles of wine and liquor. It was at that time that Jesse did perform his first miracles, transforming wine into water, casting out foul demons from a bizarre pumpkin-based barbecue soup, and raising the deceased salad from the dead. And yet, the final and most arduous task of Jesse was yet to come, meeting the students at the Dio retreat. And it came to pass in the 9th month that the students made the long and difficult journey from the city of Mary to Damascus, on the shore of the Sea of McDonald.
Welcome, students. Here we are once again at Camac for our annual retreat. I hope you're enjoying your rustic and quaintly moldy accommodations. I think you all know me, Reverend Dr. Karen Egan, Director of Studies, and up to now, your interim principal. But my term as interim principal has come to an end because you have a new principal. Jesse, this tall drink of water over here, although it's sitting down. And I'm so grateful he is here among us. Because that means that I will never, ever have to sit through one of those awful BTH or MST committee meetings. Because now Jesse gets to do that. Jesse comes to us full of enthusiasm and optimism, fresh ideas. Not yet crushed by the realities of life in the college, in the church, and the diocese. But Jesse's going to be just great. So, without further ado, let's give Jesse a warm DIO welcome. And please, students, promise me one thing. Be nice to him, for God's sake.
Hi. So I'm Jesse, Jesse Zink. But you know, no need to stand on formalities. Just call me Jesse. Like in jazz, they called me that in college.
Second grade.
Can we call you can you call you Jazz? Can you call you Jazz?
But it's the Reverend Dr. Jazz now.
I was in a lessons in Carol service, and I noticed that the accent is on the second E for Jesse. Is that how you spell it?
In English, yeah. I just thought I would, sort of say something about my life before I came to you here, and then, sort of how I see things at the college, and yeah, so. So before I was here, most recently I was in Cambridge, as some of you know. which was running Cambridge, and so that was good. Did well there. And spent some time in Scotland as well. Funny story, actually. I was swimming in Lake Ness once, and I felt something tickling my toe, and anyway, so I met the Loch Ness Monster. So that was let's see. Before that, I spent some time in South Africa. So I know C. And well, in fact, it's a funny story. You see, the Apocrypha had never been translated into C. So I was able to sort of do that translation for them. So good for the Catholics, anyways. And what else? Oh, so I was in Nome before that. They say no roads lead to Nome. So when the weather gets cold here, you'll see me in my big parkas paid for by the taxpayers of Nome, Alaska.
Were you guys recording this?
I was in the volunteer fire department there. Had some fun. One time, I particularly remember I delivered 6 seal pups in the back of an ambulance. It was also there. I was able to fulfill my childhood dream of sort of live broadcasting a sports event as I was there for the local radio station when the Iditarod finished, live broadcasting that. That was exciting. In fact, I won it the next year. And so the college, I've been looking at the budgets, and I know that you are very concerned about the budget and about the the money we've been losing. But I've been looking at things, and particularly the catering budget, and I'm thinking, the suppliers last year, it was about $52,512 that was spent on catering. And actually, if we can get it from across the city, we can put it down to $55,506. We can save $6-7 on catering, and little things that make a big difference. So they add up, and of course also. I recently, just last week in fact, did a survey of the American bishops and what kind of scotch they drink. And so I'm hoping that, from that we can get some American students coming up, after the Christmas gifts go out. Also been looking at, lay education. I mean, obviously I can't touch your program, we're going in for accreditation, MST is being accredited soon, so nothing about... Oh, yes?
I have a question. It's not meant to be critical, but your answer to which I fear may reveal that you would have liked to see Christ die young and perhaps worse, prevent crucifixion. Would you be willing to answer and, if necessary, explain yourself? Although I do not fully understand its meaning, especially because there's no weekly circulation of news about the DIO community that could explain it to me, a folder labeled Future Winged Ox editorials fell out of your jacket as you were coming in, and on a sheet labeled December 4th, therein you seem to have written that wakefulness is a Christian message, and that lyric that baby Jesus did not cry is a Victorian innovation. I'll admit that crying is often not considered a sin, and new parents are often denied any real sleep. But Jesus was only able to avoid the slaughter of the innocents, or at least not intentionally sinning, because an angel appeared to him in a dream warning him to go to Egypt, or Joseph to go to Egypt, which would surely not have happened if you were keeping awake or attending to a crying baby. Anyways, Jesse, so do you think that that Jesus was or should have been killed in the first few years of his life? I mean, do you think Joseph was neglecting baby Jesus? Do you think the angel hypnotized him, causing baby Jesus to be neglected? The only way I can see out of this is that baby Jesus was without crying or even without needs. Or is there something we've missed?
Yeah.
So, thank you, Kevin. So let me just answer that. No, yes. Are there any other questions?
down to minus absolute zero. So what exactly is the protocol?
So in the US, we have this temperature scale, Fahrenheit, which is not the same as Kelvin. So in fact, negative Fahrenheit is fine. You just put on your warmest parka and you're fine. Yes. Any questions, especially about the college and that? Should I I can continue? I'm sure that interests all of you.
One question about the college. This is from the students. We know that you're not big into
Yes, Karen?
drinking, but it's kind of a big thing for the students here. And some of the students were worried that you might be instituting some sort of prohibition. How do you respond to that?
Well, I mean, DIO, the DIO, of course, is an institution of learning, and the students go to their classes, they work in the parish, they go to more classes, they go to the offices. I'm not sure that I necessarily see where drinking would be a normal part of that.
We have parties like the Advent party.
An Advent party.
Yes.
Like the sort of thing that you would sort of get the community together and the bishop and maybe prospective donors, neighboring bishops, that sort of thing. And then you have a glass of wine and dinner.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there wouldn't be any problem with that. I mean, we're not talking about drunkenness or anything, obviously. So, yeah.
Okay, so the answer is alcohol is permitted.
Right. Yes.
And thereafter, Jesse did teach the students, and he did travel. He traveled south to the northern reaches of the great southern kingdom, which of late had been eclipsed by darkness. And there he did preach the gospel of Dio. And then he returned to Montreal and did to announce to the board and the staff and to the students,
I shall be with you but a short while longer, and then I must go. For unto me a son or a daughter is to be born, a child is to be given. I will be away for some weeks, only some weeks, not months, not years, no.
and there was much wailing and gnashing of teeth.
But,
He said,
fear not, for afterwards I will come to you again.
and Karen the Egan said,
But what will become of the students? They would be like sheep without a shepherd, wandering off, getting lost, and falling off cliffs.
and the governors did say, do not leave us, O Jesse, for the students may rise up in rebellion against us and demand a decrease in tuition fees. And Jesse did say,
Fear not, for I know these students, and though they go to bed late, and though they may eat the bread of affliction, and though they are unable to arise early to come to morning prayer, and though they are unable to even stay awake through denominational studies, these signs shall accompany them. They will cast out clean dishes from the dishwasher. They will speak in new tongues, peut-être même en français. They will take theological ethics and not perish. And no matter how much they drink at the Advent party, they will not be hungover. At least not on Sunday. Definitely not on Sunday. As for leader, I will appoint a comforter, to whom my mantle shall pass until I return.
and they all cried out,
Not me.
So,
and Karen the Egan and Jen Laporte were the ones that cried out the loudest.
My mantle I give to Karen the Egan until I return.
And Karen the Egan did exclaim,
oh,
and here the ink has faded, and the manuscript ends, and thus we must say, thus endeth the lesson.
I give it to thee, my man.
Thank you so much for recording.